Hey, good morning, guys. Today I want to talk about something that I see is very, very important for every existing exporter, right? So, if you basically export to a given country, you have customers in that country, there is this one thing you can do that will greatly increase your net profit overnight. Now, you're going to be able to increase your net profit whether you have an increase in volume. So if every single month you ship 20 items to a given country, right? You can increase your net profit even if you don't increase the number of shipments you do to that very country, right? Again, the shipping cost is one of the things I have seen that is a big issue for many people who are going into export, especially when you're starting small and you have small items, right? But once you've been able to break the barrier, you are shipping, say, 10 items every month to a particular country, then make sure to watch this video till the end because it's going to open up your mind on how to drastically increase your net profit without doing anything. Now, again, like I said, this works for established people who are already shipping regularly to a particular country. So let's do a little bit of maths, right? Let's say you ship 10 times to the USA, for example, and you have customers who need delivery in 5 days, right? So they order today, within 5 days, they need the delivery. And this happens a lot. We have a lot of customers who use our shipping platform that service African stores. And a lot of times, these stores, they know they will always ship regularly to these stores. And these stores will always want it quickly because they don't want to run out of inventory, right? Now, if you fall into this category, then listen to me very carefully. So let's assume your current shipping cost via air is about $8 per kg, right? And each item weighs 10 kg, right? So your shipping cost is $8 per kg via air. It weighs 10 kg. What does that mean? That means it's costing you about $80 to ship each item. Very simple maths. Now, if you ship 10 items every month, then the total cost you're spending on shipping every month is $800. 10 items times the $80 you used to ship each item. So that's $800, right? Now, let's look at a new way. Now, let's assume $800, like I said, then every 3 months is costing you what? 800 times 3, which is like $2,400, right? Good. A lot of money, and this is what I see. I see so many businesses who spend so much, right, on shipping costs because they have to deliver it or they think there is no other option because their customers want it in 5 days. Now, this is the new way that is going to save you at least 50% on your shipping cost. And that's a lot of money. So what you do is very simple. You look for a good company that does ocean shipping, right? Typically, if the cost of air shipping is like 8, the cost of ocean is going to be like $1 per kg, right? Now, ocean is not really measured per kg. A lot of people quote it per kg. It's typically based on the space, the CBM that you occupy. But for this video, I'm going to assume that, your ocean shipping cost is $1 per kg, right? Now, each item, like I said, weighs 10 kg, right? So it's going to cost you $10 to ship each item. And because you are shipping 10 items every month, it means that your ocean shipping cost per month is what? $100 per month. Again, simple mathematics, right? So in 3 months, what it means is that in 3 months, you are going to spend what? $300 in shipping. Now, this is the magic because, again, remember, ocean takes about 2 months, right? But your customers need this delivery in 5 days. So this is what you do, right? You move those items. You typically have to have a 3-month supply, right? Again, you know that you've looked at your statistics, your data is constant. Every month you're getting about 10. And a lot of us know that. A lot of we serious businesses do this. So you've taken that ocean, it takes 2 months to ship. You go and you leave it, you get a foreign warehouse, right? A lot of you think it's so difficult to get a foreign warehouse space. You don't need to rent a huge warehouse. We actually offer this service. Our company, African Import Export Solution, we offer these warehousing services for businesses. So again, you don't need to have a huge warehouse. All you simply do is you take a little space in the warehouse, right? Now, let's assume that you're going to be taking a pallet space, 1 CBM, and that 1 CBM is going to take the 10 times 3, 30 items you ship in a month, right? That space is probably going to cost you about $50, right? So again, like I said, you ship 3 months supply. The container is going to take about 2 months. So what it means is that you have an extra month spare. And again, even if the quantity that you shipped over there runs out, you can simply make up the difference by air. But again, you don't have to be shipping all the time. So this is where the magic comes in. Remember, we said we already realized that the monthly shipping cost for the 10 items is $100, right? Now, let's assume your warehousing space, they are charging you $50, right? Now, so your items are now there in the warehouse. Now, you have to still deliver those items from the warehouse to the final customer. Now, let's assume it costs $20 to deliver each item. Again, a lot cheaper than the $80 you were paying internationally, because the items are now right there in the foreign warehouse. So $20. So in a month, what is it going to cost you to ship? It's going to cost you the $100 you used to move the 10 items via ocean, plus the $50 monthly warehousing cost, plus the dispatch costs from the warehouse to your final customer. Now, again, if we say it's $20 per item, it means that in a month, you're going to be spending $100 plus 50 plus 200, right? And that gives you a total of $350. So in a month, you're spending $350. Now, compare it to air. Remember, we already did the calculation and it was costing $800 to do this same thing via air. Via air, they get it in 5 days internationally. Via this new method, because the item had already been shipped, is already in the warehouse, they will get it 3 days or so. So what now happens is you have this new method costing you $350, the old method $800. So how much have you saved? You've saved about $450 every single month. And that equates to what? About 56% in saving. And that's why I say, look, if you are somebody who is already shipping on a monthly basis, you need to try this method. Now, in 3 months, what it means is that in 3 months, you are going to have saved what? 450 times 3, that's about 1,350 or so dollars. And that is massive, right? This is enough for a lot of you to become profitable. I know there are some of you who are just shipping, with the hope that one day you're going to get that big order. You can't get that big order if your delivery cost is high, right? Because it becomes competitive. And I know a lot of you face this problem all the time. You have new customers who come to you and they say, hey, how much is this item? You tell them, oh, to ship one item is $80. And by the time they look at the calculation, it doesn't make sense. You don't hear from them again. So again, this new method I'm talking about, this is what the large companies are doing. We have people in our warehouse, using our warehouses, who do this. So again, it's simple. This is going to work for you if you have regular monthly orders to a given country. Again, you need to have capital to have that 3 month supply, 3 months of inventory that you're going to ship via ocean. Your customers need it fast. It works for you because now you've actually reduced the delivery time from 5 days to 3 days. And then again, it also works if you ship one particular type of product. Now, if you are somebody who has to customize everything for each customer, it probably won't work. And again, I can tell you for a fact, you can't grow your export business if you don't use this method. This is what the big companies are all doing. They all rely on leased, shared foreign warehouses that they put their items, and from there they deliver to their customers, right? So again, this is what the Chinese do. Most Chinese companies, when China took over the US market, what they did was they had warehouses that the Chinese government paid for in the USA, and all their various merchants were putting the items in that warehouse, and that's how they were distributing. This is what made them to take over e-commerce in a lot of countries. So again, Let's use this method. To sign up for this, if you want to use our warehouse, go to africanies.com. Click. You have to be a business customer to use it. It's a solution that works. Tap into it. It doesn't matter where your products are from Africa. I don't care whether you're from Ghana, from Nigeria, South Africa. You can use this method. Reach out to us, africanies.com. And again, if we follow these processes, I believe we can increase the wealth of Africa. See you another time.